This is going to be my biceps right here. Just kind of squished out. There is an intramuscular septum, just like in the lower compartment, that puts the biceps, the flexors, into a fascial pocket altogether. And there's one that puts the posterior side of things into a fascial pocket as well. So you can run along that, because that fascial septum, that intramuscular septum, is a thick layer of fascia, because it's meant to hold things together, whereas the fascia that kind of covers and separates muscles in this functional unit is a little bit more pliable. This one's meant to be more rigid. You can go on the inside of things.
Can you feel that it's rigid, or you just know that it's rigid?
You can feel it on some people, but I also thought.
It's not like that crunchy feeling, is it?
No, it could be if it's tight and it's just been really aggravated for people who work out really hard and don't take care of themselves and recover well. Let's do some more active release. Stems, awesome. Relax. 2 more times. And one more. Good job. I just want to put my whole elbow right here on this. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Infraglenoid tubercle is pretty uncomfy, and we've got, it's pinched between teres major, teres minor. Lats, you know, as we know, kind of like binds up with teres major as it goes to its insertion site. So this hole right there, pretty aggro. You let me know if when I get there you'll need to back up.
Would you normally put a cup on it?
Oh, definitely. If I was in a cupping mood. Okay. Now I can still have him do active release. Go ahead and extend your elbow. Relax. Move my leg. There we go. Go for it. You notice how I needed to move my leg with that? Just be aware. I'm fine with using my leg to stabilize and my body as well, but don't accidentally put yourself in a position. I'm going to do a little friction here. This attachment site is deep to muscle tissue, so you can use thumb, you can use fingers. Knuckles are cool to save your fingers. Doing right?
Mm-hmm.
You can even do an elbow if you're comfortable enough with it. Supported by my left hand like that. Kind of guide my movements. That all good?
Mm-hmm.
Friction, the whole elbow. Feels a little weird to get your elbow massaged, but you can do a little active release, pin right above it. Go ahead and extend your elbow. Do like little pumps. Perfect. Keep on with that. That's pretty much a treatment for triceps. You would extend it. Now, supinator. Normally I wouldn't be treating, like I wouldn't be adding it in. It'd be part of my biceps routine. We're just compartmentalizing with how we teach. So I'll show you super quick and easy. Can you go ahead and split for me?
So when you're doing like the whole routine, are you doing the triceps first or the biceps?
Today we're going to do triceps, but just like if somebody comes in, it kind of depends on what they're coming in for.
You can just do this supinator because this is the one that has my problem arm. So.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Pretending this is the same arm we were treating. Supinator, lateral, radial side, radial attachment, all that. So it's approximately right here. I think I know where it is. Can you try and supinate? And relax. You're ultimately going to lose that battle when somebody tries to supinate. Supination is a powerful movement, but you can feel slowly supinator completely activating under your fingers. Without any lube, nice little palm work. Supinating, pronating. I can grab it and hold. And you can see the location of this muscle. I might include it with forearm extensors and flexors. So in treatment today, if you feel like it's easier to target supinator and then flip and go into your full triceps routine, that's completely fine. We kind of hit Anconius as we were working triceps. You can pinch it. Maybe do some active release. Can you go ahead and supinate? Yeah. Pronate. I feel where that tension is. Supinate. And one more time. And relax. Skin rolling. You can even do twerking. Mm-hmm. Which, when I grew up, I was like, wow, that's an incredibly problematic thing to call that.
Yeah.
Did y'all grow up calling it the Indian burn?
We always call it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Super not cool, but everybody knows what it is.
I mean, we also weren't using Native American really at that.
Right.
You know.
It's like wrong on like
a lot of levels.
Several
Yeah.
levels.
We're playing cowboys and Indians and stuff.
So, twerking. Not to be confused with twerking. Still just kind of doing some skin rolling over top of it. Effleurage, while I supinate and pronate. You can do it with or without lube. You can even pin it so his hand is in neutral position. And flex and extend. And then from here, I'm going to pass over the elbow joint, and I could take it up onto brachialis. I wanted to. Now, I had some third treatment yesterday, so we're not really going to mess with that area. It's an easy one to treat. Difficult to friction though, but make sure you can get on that radial line. So I'm on his radius right now. I've displaced, this is supinator, these are a bunch of extensors. His ulna is down here. So I'm in between the two of them, radius and ulna. I'm like pushing in and up to hit that radius. If I'm unsure, can you do a little supination for me? And relax. I can feel it. So my thumb is on his head. When he supinates, the head rotates, and now it has kind of shifted more distally on my thumb, and I feel more of like the neck and the shaft. And it goes back down, back on the head of the radius. Go ahead and explore. Next week we're going to be dividing the ulna and the radius with treatment. It's going to be delicious. All right, questions? A little NMT review before lunch.
Any stretching?
Oh, stretching. Listen. Palm by the ear. So the fingers are pointing away from the head.
Does everyone's arm
Can you
do
slow
that?
down just a little bit? Just a smidge. You're kind of tall. Yeah. To some degree. And on the back,
That looks wild.
it's a tie stretch. How are we doing?
Good.
That looks good. I can't wait till we're done.
You can ease into it if it's too much. You can just do some little pulses and move down the triceps. Where you ultimately come to the end. Push. My left hand is stabilized mid-thigh. Kind of adds more of like a side body stretch.
Will you show me how you got his arm to do that again? My brain did not compute that. Good.
Bend it and then
Okay.
palm fingers away. And then push. The most important part is fingers away because it puts the hand, if I bend it like this, his hand's in neutral position. It's not supinated or pronated, it's completely neutral. And I put a slight extension, I put a big extension, not a slight, a big extension in his wrist as well. So it also hits the wrist extensors and full triceps. And then you can always do like traction. Turn on. All right. Questions? Good job. First one.